Go do your thing. We're gonna do our thing. Dude, we've missed a week on this show given the weather situation, but we're gonna jump over. We're doing the Penguin next, right? Is that up? Or are we doing the Joker? I don't remember. So we're doing Penguin. Okay, here we go. So, given our limited reach and channel size, that we are always, trying to get out there and promote, and we're asking people to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff because we like having these chats. We love engaging with people. But we get a lot of flack sometimes in the comments about you guys just dunk on Secret Invasion and Marvel and the Acolyte. And I'm like, okay, here's the 5 shows that we actually enjoyed, the 5 movies we actually enjoyed. We're actually in the middle of a show that we enjoy currently, or at least as of episode 2, I was thinking we were both enjoying it, right? And I just watched episode 3 of The Penguin. You recovered power and internet. You're all caught up. You told me that, right?
Yep. I watched them both. Good. I think it was Monday night or Sunday night after we got internet back.
You're just like, woo, Penguin party. So that sounds like Diddy party, but like less going to get you charged by the FBI.
Less oily. Less oily.
A little less oily. Although Batman Returns, that Penguin looked a little oily. This is a less oily Penguin. I'll give you that. But all right. So we can't do the beat by beat. We don't have time. And we're not going to do are we going to do an episode 3 full on tomorrow? I think we should just pick that back up next week just because of the way schedule is kind of sorted. So for tonight, I just wanted you get me up to speed on where you are with the Penguin through 3 episodes, any part of the topics, any concepts, your general impressions, your specific gripes, whatever you want to do, go, and I'll pick up after you.
No, I think this is a perfect mobster gangster show that just happens to be set in Gotham. I think this Penguin is probably the most well-rounded Penguin, and watching how he's trying to just build his way up. Like he started off as a driver, and now he keeps playing the game, and he's playing the game. Now the game's catching up with him, but he's like, no, we in it now. Like he's not scared. He's ready for the next challenge. And I think that's the great thing about this Penguin is like how he keeps trying to grow and be better, and like how he's training his employee of like how he got better and like what do you want, like how do you, he's like good kids like you don't get that life that you should get. You gotta go out there and take the life you want, and that's how his mindset. And like you didn't see it in everything he does. So I think this Penguin, and then of course the Hangman, Sophia. I think those are 2 great characters. And then watching that interaction of them at the end of episode 3, where just the 2 of them on screen, was just great. Like watching 2 actors take good material and making gold out of it.
Dude, Colin Farrell wins an award for this show, right? Like, does he not have to at least get nominated for something? Playing a character with this level of complexity? Like, because I enjoy this.
Yes,
he must. Okay, just to cross that right off the bit. Yep. This is probably my surprise favorite show of 2024. Right? I had no idea it was going to be this kind of good. I had 0 expectations for this going in because I was not the world's biggest fan of Pattinson the Batman.
Yeah, Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves.
Yeah, Matt Reeves directed, written, right? The Batman, right? So a show about the Penguin? Like, dude, I could watch a show about Joker. I mean, who couldn't watch a show about Joker, right? You that could be some sick shit. Like, you could get that.
Or a history of Bane.
Right, history
Mr.
of Bane.
Freeze.
Arkham Asylum with Scarecrow. Like, there are things, man. Like, if they could give us a couple million episode, we could give them something, right? But the Penguin, though, dude, they did it. Somehow, they stripped all of the goofy, all of like the cartoony weirdo stuff out of the literal cartoon character, like the snorting, snarfing, penguin cackling DeVito stuff. Although that movie was plenty dark in its own different way, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Colin Farrell in this show is layered, dimensional, complex. He's a savage killer, and you know it, no question.
Yeah, but
he's also about as broken on the inside or wounded on the inside a human being as you can have. We'll hit on some spoilers just because I don't know how you talk about the show really without talking some specifics here. But in episode 3, when Vic told him he was leaving, or when he figured out Vic wanted to leave him, I never thought he was going to shoot the kid. Never thought he was going to do it. But you could tell he was devastated that somebody he was so good to was going to walk out.
Yeah.
It was right there. I'm like, oh snap! So he didn't just beat this kid's brains in and then walk out and start a gunfight because pew pew, like that's what DC shows need to be, right? Wrong, wrong. Like no, like this dude's like leveled in comp. He just changes. Like he hits different notes in a range. It's the opposite of the main characters in the Acolyte. There, I snuck it in. I'm only doing one. I promise. I'm only doing one.
I'm gonna start fining you money every time you bring that name up.
Do we need a graphic?
I'm gonna treat you like the NFL in celebrations.
We're gonna issue a $5,000 fine to Winter Wolf. He's got a repeated violation of the Acolyte policy. Dude, but tell me I'm wrong about the Penguin. It's like he's soft with his employees, right?
Yeah,
he's incredibly soft with the girls, no doubt. Like the girls that work for him and his girlfriend / top bottom bitch situation that he's got going on. Mm-hmm. I legit see him destroying people because at some point someone's gonna come for his mother or come for Vic, and this dude's gonna go crazy. And it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be cringe ugly when it happens.
Yeah, that whole interaction with them in the bathroom, and he was telling us like, I do this, and then he has the gun, he puts it, and this is all you feel. And had the gun to his head. Dude. This is all you feel.
Too good.
He's like, no,
did you notice?
Leave.
Did you notice how Vic responded to him though? It's like, fuck you. Like he didn't stutter that shit. He harshly said it, and I think that was the last thing either of them said before he walked out. It's like he you know what I mean? He put the big boy pants on in that scene. And it was funny because I had heard from a couple of mutual friends that they thought this episode was weaker than the first two. And I'm like, I didn't see it.
No, I think this one was a lot more
as good.
Yeah, this one's like emotionally driven. And I think you saw another layer of each of the characters. Like you saw Vic and
that part.
What's been tearing between him and then his PTSD that he had while he was in the club as the bad man. And then him coming, the whole returning the prodigal son returns.
We'll talk about that because there's implications coming for that. Woo! Yeah. But let's start at the beginning just because this was, and one of my friends' complaints specifically was that the episode was too Vic heavy. I'm like, they developed his character in the first 3 minutes of the episode. It became the Oz and Sophia show, and then they gave him the PTSD scene in the club, and then the ending at the bathroom, then the ending. So
no, I think
it wasn't a Vic episode. What are you talking about?
He had it was very well balanced because you had everything going on with Penguin and Sophia, and then you had his internal struggles of the girl he wants to be with and the connection to his old life, which literally blew up in his face. And what was left, it was literally leaving town. Yeah. And then the last bit that was holding him to his old life, literally leaving town, and he decides to stay and go back to his new life, the Gotham that he wants, because he loves the city.
Yeah, fully embracing the lifestyle. I love and when you talk about that you could see Vic's arc through the episode. No joke. Mm-hmm. Like in the first 2 minutes, dude, you're gonna have to find me twice because I'm gonna do it again.
No.
We got more. I won't say the word. You'll know what I'm talking. Everybody, It's the show I talked about before, right? We get more development out of him in 2 minutes where we see his family. And I saw his family for 2 minutes. I know them intimately now. I know exactly who his dad is, exactly who his mother is, exactly what kind of person his sister is, what they all mean to each other, and what it meant to watch them go.
What type of family they are.
2 minutes. Dude, this is what I'm saying. Dude. And so when that comes back up at lunch, when he's eating lunch with Oz, and he's like, "Hey, what's your dad do?" Oh, he's a mechanic. What he really wants, but he really loves to cook. And dude, just Oz's response as chef. Oh, that's fucking great. Like he's never talking down to this kid ever, and that's probably the only person outside of his family that's ever treated him with that kind of respect. Yeah. You know what I mean? So even dude, a stupid lunch scene developed more character for two people than that entire run of that show. I'm just going to. It
connects their relationship. If you go back even to the first episode at the very end, where they're sharing the mixed version of the Slurpees from the store from the same neighborhood.
Just better. Yeah,
it's just better.
That's what I mean, man. Like you get a bunch of little moments like that between these two. That way, when the end pops off, because at first, like when the end is on its way to going down, I'm like, why is Vic taking this dude's like $140 trillion Maserati out of town? Bad play, bro. Bad play. You're not going to get too far, right? But then we see he was just literally going to watch Graciela get on the bus and basically say goodbye to that life. He didn't even get out of the car. He just watched her go. And then he's like, fucking, I'm going back. This is what I'm doing now. And then he do it in a split second. He makes the Oz decision from like episode 1, where Oz shot Alfredo Falcone, Alberto. Fucking he shoots Alberto and he's fuck, like right after. There's no shot that Vic doesn't realize what he's done instantly at the end of this episode. But the best part of that entire sequence was Vic goes, "What about Sophia?" And Oz was like, "Fucking leave her. We gotta go." And they go.
Yeah,
dude,
we in it now.
They left. Dude, and he loved that. He loved that. Dude, if he dies at the end of this show, it's gonna be like when they get Pesci at the end of Casino, hands down. Like, all right, motherfucker, you thought you were here, and now the family tells you you're not. Dude, mark it down. Dude, usually, guys, King Z gives you guys predictions. Wolf's giving you a prediction right now. He ain't making it out of this show to be in the Batman 2. No chance. No chance.
And that was one of the things that even Sophia hinted at. She's like, "You're not even a made man."
Oh, dude, she dogged him. Dude, we didn't even talk about their relationship. Dude, their relationship is awesome in this show because it's, you know what it is? It's raw. At this point where they are in their lives, they don't lie to each other anymore now, I don't think. They just tell each other what's what. Like, he gave a dude, this is why I said he needs an award. A heartfelt apology. Yeah, I screwed you over. I don't regret it. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at who I am. Look at what I got for you. You don't think that was worth it? Of course it was worth it, but I'm sorry. Yeah. And he meant it. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do. Like, tell me something. I don't know what to say. I need a drink.
Yeah. This was
good.
It just, the way they just keep building on each other and how he's playing like every side until he's the one in charge.
Dude,
and
it's like how he has chess with him, man. Or he thinks it is.
And like everyone underestimates him because he has a little bit of a waddle when he walks, and he's a little bit bigger. He has a scar on his face.
But she said it. Dude, but what did she say to him? You always say the right things, don't you, Oz? Because I think she's semi-immune to it.
Yeah.
Because she's been through what she's been through. She's going to have to rough this dude. Dude, it's going to be awesome. Dude, this is the most fun I've had all week. It's going to be amazing watching him talk his way out of that. Oh, I thought you went back inside. Oh, I thought that they had you. I thought you were dead. I thought something. Dude, because how else do you get out of the situation? Because, guys, if you haven't watched the show, we already said spoilers, so I'm not going to give you the thing again. At this point in the show, Oz and Sophia are basically primed. They've gathered some support. They're going to move a new kind of drug through the triad instead of the Falcone family. They're going to use that as kind of a springboard to get Sophia to take over when she has enough clout with the partners that are out there, right? But by the end of the episode, and he foreshadowed this, did Oz, all right, kid, I still got to be careful. I got the Marcones on not the Marcones, the other ones. No, the Marcones.
The Marcones. They're the Falcones and the Marconis.
The Marconi, that's right. It's the Falcones and the Marconis. That's how we're differentiating the Italians. Okay. So Marconi's wife, who's Avasarala from The Expanse, who I love in that role, shows up with a couple of her gunners, and they got Sophia and Oz on their knees. Like, it's over. And then Vic, of course, comes barreling in with the $147 trillion Maserati, kills one of their dudes by crashing the car, and then Oz jumps in and they make their escape. So what happens to this alliance? Like, how do you talk your way out of that to keep this plan going? Because all she has to do now is go back to Falcone and be like, this dude was going to hamstring all of us. And she's going to do what? Unite with the Marconis to kill this dude? It's wild, man. It's crazy. I don't even know what to think of it.
And we're only 3 episodes in. There's still 5 episodes left.
Oh, dude. I'm going for in hockey, it's a hat trick when it's 3, right? I'm gonna hit you with a hat trick. All right. This is the problem with that show. When you only have 25 minutes of runtime and you only run 8 to 10 episodes, you can't do any of this. None of it. And you spent $300 million.
Like an hour long.
Dude, 48-minute minimum, I think. Minimum. Right? So, of course, you can get 8 minutes of screen time about Vic with his family, Vic with the girlfriend, in 2 different places, because they had the rooftop scene and they had the part where he invited, and I thought that was going to get him in some shit when he invited the girl over to Penguin's spot. I'm like, dude, did you not see the doors in this place? It's got reinforced steel bars. His bedroom is a fucking vault. He probably don't want people all up in his place.
With safety deposit boxes.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude, right? It's a vault. He lives in a vault. He probably don't want rando company, but anyway. So like we had that scene, the multiple checks on the phone to see where she's like, bus is coming, you coming, bus is leaving soon, Vic, you coming, and then the PTSD thing in the club, and then obviously how the bathroom exchange between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Probably dude, was that the best scene so far in this show? It just popped into my head.
Those last two
character wise,
yeah, his interaction in the bathroom and then his interaction with Sophia outside the club.
that was the apology where that's why I said like he was like, was it worth it? Yeah, dude, amazing. Dude, that might have been better than anything in either of the first two episodes, even better than his bit with the mother, which you and I both kind of said was like, this is the version Andor should have had, but they went the other way. They were doing the overbearing mom that beat the kid down into like middle management. Right. Penguin's mom went the other way. It's like, no, dude, fucking, are you a chump? What does that make me? Okay. All right, man. I got it.
The mother that is suffering from dementia and stuff like that.
Right. Dude, when the Marconis get a hold of her, if that comes to, oh my God, dude, I see like a firebombing of somebody's like mansion. Like it's going to be ugly, dude. It's going to happen. Episode 6. I said that week 1. I'm telling you the big thing pops off episode 6. No chance it doesn't.
So I got a question for you based on an article I read.
Oh, go lay it on me. Sorry, dude, I was rambling.
Does this show need Batman?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I was going to ask you the same thing. This show does not need Batman to show up. No. What it needs is to mention Batman periodically as a looming specter over the criminal organizations. That's all the Batman I need. This is a crime drama, Sopranos, mob boss thing. This show throws out all its credibility as a mob drama the minute some dude in hockey pads and a pimped out, what was that, like, was it a Mustang GTO, whatever they made his Batmobile out of the movie. You know what I'm saying? The minute either of those, the minute somebody in a costume shows up unironically, the show it's off the rails, like the meme, like with the car driving off the highway. Yeah. You know, could they have Bruce Wayne? Possibly. I probably wouldn't mind that, but I don't know where this show. I mean, this show takes place right after the movie, right?
Yeah, it literally picks up right after the movie, right? Where the movie leaves off.
Right, so it's not like Joker where, you know, Bruce Wayne was only 10 years old and, you know, Joker was Arthur Fleck was in his 30s or whatever. Right, so Pattinson, they'd never get him for TV, but they could get some athletic brunette dude and shoot him from behind in an expensive car convertible or at a restaurant in like a suit. And like, oh, that's Bruce Wayne. He may be buying the hotel. You know what I mean? They could do that just to let you know that Batman's in this world, but they never need a dude in armor to show up.
Yeah,
show me a glimpse of the cave.
If they did have Batman in it, it would take away from the title character, the Penguin.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Dude, I don't think you know what? I don't want to see Batman in this show because I think I've explored as much of Batman's psyche as I ever need to at this point.
And you said you might need a mention or a looming. I think just having the bat symbol up once, that would be enough.
Well, that's what I mean. You remember in episode 1. Episode 1 literally started with them watching news coverage. They didn't show Batman, but they mentioned Batman leading survivors, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I need one more of those, maybe a signal like you said, because did we even see a bat signal in the Batman? Did he have that built by the end of that movie? Okay.
No, he had it at the beginning. It was at the very beginning of the movie you saw the bat symbol.
Because I just saw it once, dude. It wasn't not my favorite.
So you have to think,
my favorite.
You had Christopher Nolan's Batman, which was based off of a little bit of Year One Batman.
Yep, I remember that.
The Batman, Matt Reeves' is based off a Year 2 Batman.
Okay, so he's already geared up and has like the prototype suit in the car. Okay,
yeah.
So I mean, then show me the signal once. Give me one press conference with whoever they had. Are they bringing back the guy that played Gordon? I can't remember his name. He was in one of the Hunger Games.
He's supposed
movies.
To be in the sequel.
Or other. Oh, he's supposed to be in the movie. Is he on
movie.
the cast for the show? I'm saying.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him.
That's what I'm saying.
But I believe in the show they're supposed to introduce the person who's supposed to be in the show and the movie playing Harvey Dent.
Okay, then there you go. Somebody in that position needs to be like, we don't really need any other vigilantes out there, but thank you, Batman. You know what I mean? Something like that once. And then one signal just to make the point, maybe in the last episode as kind of like the tie into the next movie. That would be dope. I'd be down for that, but I definitely don't need to see him show up and throw hands with the Penguin or with Vic. That shit would be funny. You know, I don't think so. Dude, what a great show, man. I'm not even rating episodes week to week because unless something stands out as being an absolute bomb waste of my time, I'm just saying they're all good. Like, so if
Yeah.
they've just all been great. I have no complaints. Yeah, like you said, the Batman thing is a bit of a sticking point. Like, I'd like that one little bit of recognition, but that's a nothing burger as far as the show goes. Nothing burger.
Yeah. And I also agree that I don't think they could afford to get Patterson for an episode or.
Dude, you give him $50,000 to do one line of ADR to be like, I'm vengeance, and just have him utter that in a dark alley. There's your Batman reference. Everybody know, dude, they laid that line on so thick in the trailer and the promos for that movie with that one.
Right, in the movie
that
itself.
One song. Right.
They even called him like Mr. Vengeance. Like that's how he referred to him. That's how the Penguin referred to him in the movie.
Called him that's what Catwoman called him Vengeance. Mr.
No,
Vengeance.
the Penguin did.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought Catwoman called him that.
When he showed up to the Iceberg Lounge.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right at the front door. Dude, good stuff. Dude, I love that show is so good. And it's a limited series. That's probably a very wise tactical decision because I don't know if I need, as good as this is, 20 episodes or a season 2. Like you have to tell another really compelling story divided up 8. It's only 8 episodes, right? Is it 8 or 10?
Yeah,
I think it's only 8.
8 episodes. Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough. It's a balancing act because you really do have to come up with legit content to fill an hour, you know, and the cast is nice and tight now. I don't need 45 new people added, you know, to take up space just to take up space because that's the other way these shows go bad.
Yeah, like you start rehashing stories just to tell them again. Kind of like think of National Treasure, where they try to rekindle the whole them falling in love again because they made them break up. They're trying to force that relationship back on us, which just didn't play well in the second one as it did in the first one.
Because in the first one, it was cute. There was some adventure behind it. In the second one, it's like, dude, nobody wants to see couple. Dude, you know what movies get that right is The Mummy, Part 1 and Part 2. Like they're together in Part 2, and they're even better. You know what I mean? Like they leveled up. Rick and Evie leveled up concurrently. You know, but dude,